Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and Xiaomi sent over 2 locked briefcases, and I think I know what's inside each of them. First of all, one of, if not the best phone you can get right now, the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, plus a camera accessory kit as well. So we're gonna check out both of these in this video, and I really do mean it. The Xiaomi 15 Ultra might have the best overall camera system in terms of specs on paper, so I'm really excited to take some pictures. And it has everything you look for in a flagship phone with the display, the processor, and a lot more. So let's dive into it, unboxing and opening up the briefcase of the Xiaomi 15 Ultra and the camera kit. Let's get started. Inside the bigger briefcase is our Xiaomi 15 Ultra Photography Kit Legend Edition. And in the smaller one is the flagship, the 15 Ultra from Xiaomi, co-engineered with Leica, powered by Xiaomi HyperOS. We'll start with the 15 Ultra. Opening it up, let's quickly see what comes in the box. Get a SIM ejection tool, standard booklets, getting started guide, USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable with some orange accents, and a case. Nice that they include a clear case. And on to what you came to see, the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. Here is some information: 90 watts wired and 80 watts wireless hypercharge. That's crazy fast on the 5,410 milliamp hour battery. Also, they sent over a really unique design and color. Check this out. Obviously, let's get this sticker out of the way. Check this out. What do you think? Let me know what you think about this. If you really like that two-tone accent, there's a different texture to it. This is more smooth, metallic, and a little bit more faux leather feeling. Absolutely one of the more unique looking phones, and just looks like a camera almost. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this on for the first time. While it boots up, let's take a closer look at the hardware. Down at the bottom, SIM card slot, microphone, USB Type-C port, and one of our speakers. Moving along, you do have a power button which has a lot of texture and grip to it, so you can tell the difference between the volume rockers. Make note, this is definitely one of the largest, if not the largest, camera bump on a phone because of how crazy stacked those camera sensors are. Up at the top, absolutely nothing. I do want to point out that the screen has such a tiny curve on the side. It's not really that noticeable because of how flat the sides are. There's still a ton of screen real estate to hold on to. On the left side, absolutely nothing. And then flipping it over, we can take a closer look at that very unique design. I like this Ultra logo in the corner, says Leica, and there is just, look at all those lenses we got. So you have 4 cameras on this phone. The main sensor is 50 megapixels, the Lydia 900 image sensor from Sony. You also get a floating telephoto camera at 50 megapixels as well, the Sony IMX858 sensor, plus a periscope telephoto camera. So yes, 2 telephoto lenses. That periscope lens is 200 megapixels with the HP9 image sensor. And don't forget a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens with the JN5 image sensor. Just completely stacked. It's crazy. I cannot wait to take pictures with this camera. Speaking of the camera, it's probably about time to open up that photography kit. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly run through the startup process, talk about anything that's noteworthy. There is an in-display fingerprint scanner. I'd also like to point out there's a pre-installed screen protector. Hopefully that glare can show that off. So just make note of that. It's nice they include it. The haptic feedback is really nice. I like the feeling, very premium. You do get Google Gemini as your AI voice assistant. All right, we are all set up and ready to go with the 15 Ultra from Xiaomi. Let's take a look at the photography kit. Opening it up right away, looks like we have a few different customization options, and the body of it with a more red and black theme to it. You get a user manual, and it looks like a strap to hold on to, which is nice to put around your wrist. Really nice attention to detail on this. USB Type-C port here, but soft felt on the inside down at the bottom here. That is, I believe, where your handle's gonna go. And then you have buttons up towards the top here. Shutter button, you have a scroll wheel, a record button, and obviously this case will just slide right in and you can snap some pictures. So this will protect your phone too. There is a button here, so then you can twist this off and actually customize which sort of lens, so to speak, you have on. Quick look at one of them that is installed, and a look at our other one that says 1-inch Ultra CMOS. All three of these are metallic, by the way. You also get another customization option right here to screw this on. You can choose red or black. All right, let's get the case on, test out the phone, check out this crazy display as well. Let's get started. All right, a little change of scenery for us. Let's put the case on and snap that on. Like I said, that's going to protect it, covers the buttons on the side. It does leave the bottom open for you and covers the top. I do wish the style was similar to the phone's style just because it's so unique, but now if you really wanted to, make sure you don't cover the screen obviously with this. Now what we're gonna have to do is I'm just gonna unlock it so you can see what happens when you slide this in. This is a locking mechanism, so it will actually lock in place for you, and get this, it will charge your phone. So the grip's at 25%, phone's at 85% right there. Actually, let's go into settings real quick and see what our options are. Holding the shutter button can either open the camera or just quickly take a photo. Set up the grip button. So nice, you can fully customize this if you want burst mode. Honestly, the dial, being able to customize the ISO, the EV, white balance, that's so cool. Even the focus and default zoom, continuous zoom, switch focal lengths. There's a few options, so let's talk about those now. So with our grip attached, let's take a closer look at just what the back looks like. Up towards the top, there's our dial, pretty similar to just a standard camera, what you would look, a point and shoot camera. Also, this unscrews, and if you wanted to add a little more style and grip as well, you can screw this piece on so you can sort of rest your thumb somewhere so you're not actually touching the screen. Anyways, let's snap some pictures. Actually, let's close out of the camera. Pressing and holding the shutter button here will open the camera. We're in a perfect spot to actually test out this shot. A good reason why I waited to film this section here in the hotel in Barcelona. But snapping some pictures, you can press halfway, it'll focus, and then you can press again to take the picture, or just press all the way. If you press this top red button, it will switch over to video recording where you can still use controls. You can press the record button to start recording, but if we press the shutter button, it will start recording that video. But going back to photo, I want to point out, like I said, this is set for your exposure right now, so I can turn that up and down on the fly and snap pictures. By the way, it's really comfortable to hold. This has a lot of grip to it, as you can see, and some texture as well. It just looks really clean. I wish they would have gone with orange if they were going to go with the black and color option just to fit that Xiaomi theme. But like I mentioned, it is really comfortable to hold. It's easy to hold with one hand, and this thumb grip actually adds a lot to it as well, so you're not resting your hand on the screen. So here's my view out the window of the hotel with 1x. Now, if you do want to zoom, just press this or slide it left and right. If you just tap it once to the left, it will just switch between the different focal lengths, which I like a lot. So you can utilize those different lenses how you want to and not digital zoom. However, if you just press and hold, I'm holding it down, you'll see it's got that continuous zoom going. Look at this. I'm just gonna let this go all the way. Look at this. There's my boat out there. I'm just kidding, obviously. And there we go, all the way up to 120 times zoom. Pretty crazy. And then if you just tap back, it'll go to 60, it'll go to 30, 10, 3, or 4.3, 3x, 2x, 1, and 0.6, sorry. Switching over to video, I want to point out on the left here, you can shoot all the way up to 8K, 30 frames per second, or down to 4K, 120 frames per second. I love that they included 4K 120. Portrait mode allows you to customize the focal lengths and customize the bokeh effect as well. And obviously, Leica tuned with the camera, you can switch between Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic when you snap your pictures. All right, let's try this one more time. Photo. Quick zoom to 2x, snap, quick zoom. I don't know why I'm even using the screen. You don't need to when you have this attached. 4.3, 10x, 30x. Oh, this is crazy. And the quality's still really good. Again, having these insane telephoto cameras are great. I seem kind of creepy right here. I don't actually do this, I promise, but there you go. All the way up to 120 times. We could zoom in maybe on, let's see, the end of the pier. 120x, there you go. I mean, so obviously there's 60x
all the way up to 120 times zoom. So seems to look really good, especially that 10x even. That 10x quality seems to be really good. And finally, if you want to check out the other modes, slow-mo, super moon, dual video, ultra HD, panorama, fast shots, really cool too. It's just a sort of a different mode where you can customize the different focal lengths. Again, this works with our camera grip, which again is so nice and comfortable and easy to hold with one hand and just really customize your shot. Again, you can switch the exposure, the EV there, and good to go. And like I mentioned, it's all customizable. Like I mentioned, it locks into place, so if you'd like to take it off, just flip this switch, slide it on out, and you are all set and ready to go. You can just use it like a normal phone. And this is really compact, and you can bring it with you, so you don't have to have it on at all times, and you can still get that protection from the case. All right, now it's time. Let's check out the phone. We just checked out all of these cameras, a lot of the features, but what about the display? There is a pre-installed screen protector, which I would highly recommend keeping on. However, always satisfying doing that. This is an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, by the way, which is an upgrade and seems to work really well. You don't need to have the screen on. You can just set your thumb on down and it will unlock it right away. This is a 6.73-inch AMOLED display. It looks really good. Xiaomi always does a really good job with their displays. The resolution's 3200 by 1440, so a really nice 1440p display. By the way, out of the box, I'd like to point out that it is set to 1080p by default with the display resolution, so make sure to go in there if you want to take full advantage of that 1440p resolution. Everything looks really smooth because this is a 120 hertz refresh rate display. It goes between 1 and 120 hertz. If you go into settings here, you can set to default, but you can force 120 hertz if you'd like to, or 60 hertz if you'd like to save battery life. Also really cool, going into color scheme here, you can change a lot of different settings. You can have adaptive colors, you can change the color temperature on the fly, but also if you go into advanced settings, check it out, you can have P3, sRGB of the color gamut, and just go into hue, saturation. You can really fine-tune your screen. Not a lot of companies offer that, so really cool that Xiaomi does. This is a hotel Wi-Fi speed test, and it does have Wi-Fi 7, but I also really would like to point out that it has Bluetooth 6 capabilities. So that's just a really nice addition and future-proofs your phone. You also get Xiaomi Hyper AI. You have a ton of different AI built in, including an interpreter, speech recognition, writing, subtitles, and nice that they have the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, so everything will stay smooth and snappy. Oh, and by the way, this is a 200 megapixel photo that I took with the telephoto lens. So just look at how much you can zoom in and look at how much detail, look at okay, that is insane. Look at that. Look at how detailed that is just from this far away. This was with the 4.3 times zoom, that periscope lens. Just, that's crazy. Again, in 200 megapixels. So really, really insane the amount of detail that you can get from this far away. Anyways, that is it from me and the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. For now, more to come. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think though. If you like this style, if this is a phone you're going to be picking up, if you think the camera module is too big, but again, I've already shown you some options to take photos, and it's kind of crazy the quality you can get out of this device. So anyways, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe, a lot more content coming soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.